Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. Let me introducing myself. My name is Ika Fitriana. I'm a ICP educator from SMA Muhammadiyah Gembong. And for today, we will discuss about one of the most critical issues in this era, in our time, that is lithium paradox. Okay, let's begin to discuss. What is the paradox? We mine lithium to save the planets from the climate change, but the process of mining the lithium causes environmental damage, water society, and social conflict. We know that usually we use the lithium for our handphone, earphone, and then electric vehicle and theater. But the mining of lithium can make the environmental damage, water scarcity, and social conflict. That is a problem. In 2030, global lithium demand will increase 6 times. Electric vehicle, smartphone, social batteries, and all them depend on this thing or lithium. As a Muslim and as a Muhammadiyah educators, we cannot separate science from the ethics. In the Holy Quran, we know that in Surah Al-A'raf, verses 56, in this surah explain to us to not cause corruption upon the earth after it has been set in order. And this Surah Al-A'raf verses 56, it is the foundation for our falsafah hidup Muhammadiyah, or we know that PHIWM, Pedoman Hidup Islam Muhammadiyah, that Muhammadiyah teach to us to amar ma'ruf nahi munkar, including nahi munkar, toward environmental destruction. So the question is, who control the lithium, control the future, will control the future energy. And more importantly, can we make this energy transition truly clean, just and in line with divine guidance? Okay, let's begin to the issue. The first, we will discuss about geopolitical strategy, China versus the West or US. The first, we need to understand the geopolitical strategy behind the lithium. Okay, right now China dominate the lithium supply. The China control more than 16% of global lithium, and almost 80% of battery cell production. And for China, the lithium is strategic resource like oil. Just like oil was in 20th century. Whoever control the refining and processing, they can control the price and the technology. Besides that, to the response of China, the United States and European Union make new policies. The most famous is the Inflation Reduction Act, or we know with IRA, Inflation Reduction Act. IRA passed in 2022. What is the IRA? IRA will give the tax credit up to $7,500 for every electric vehicle. But there is a condition: the battery minerals must be sourced from the US or the country that have an agreement with US. We know the goal. The West or US want the reduce dependence on China and build a new supply chain among allies. This policy will create a new map global trade. Investment is now moving to Australia, Argentina, Canada, and our country, Indonesia. Now we face a tension. On one side, we want a green transition for our planet, but on the other side, we see the economy protectionist and geopolitical rivalry. And then now let's we talk about our country, Indonesia. Indonesia has the large nickel reserves in the world. Nickel is a key component for lithium-ion batteries. In 2020, Indonesia has implemented hilirisasi or downstreaming policy. What is the hilirisasi? In hilirisasi, we will ban raw nickel ore export. We force companies to build smelters and process the nickel in Indonesia. The goal of this ban or the goals of hilirisasi is to capture more economic value and to make jobs or create jobs. This policy is now expanding to bauxite, copper, and even lithium. Indonesia also has potential lithium from geothermal brine in Java and Sumatra. But in this condition, we also face serious ESG challenges. ESG means environmental, social, and governance. Most smelters in Indonesia use coal power. If we produce EV batteries using coal, the green image of electric vehicle become questionable. And then the hilirisasi, the program of Indonesia, is not just about economy. It is about national dignity and sustainability. Okay, as an educator in Muhammadiyah, we must respond for this situation, or we have a responsibility beyond academic. In PHIWM, we know that PHIWM give us explanation. PHIWM call us to be a khulafa fil art, or become a leader in the art. We are not the owner of the nature. We are the trusters. The energy race of the future will not only need engineers who can build batteries. It will need leaders who understanding geopolitics, economic, and ethics. If we only pursue the profit and power without environmental justice, we break the covenant with Allah Ta'ala. So let's teach our student think critically. Don't just ask how do we make a technology, but also ask at what cost do we make it, and is it pleasing to Allah Ta'ala? And in Muhammadiyah, we believe in fastabiqul khairat, competing in the goodness. Let our students compete not only in innovation or in technology, but in protecting the earth. This is just a discuss about the paradox lithium. Thank you for the watching. Maybe if you have another argument about the paradox lithium or about my discuss tonight, you can comment your argument in the below, and let's lead the way in understanding the future of global energy with knowledge, with thought, and responsibility. Okay, I think enough for today, for discuss tonight. If you have something to discuss, you can create a comment in the commenter column, and see you to the next video. The last from me, billahi fissabil haq, fastabiqul khairat, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and goodbye. See you to the next video. Bye bye.